We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't actually to search at all. So don't search, match with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your hiring and matching platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. So ditch the busy work and use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so that you can connect with candidates faster. Listeners of the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/manifest. Just go to Indeed.com/manifest right now and support our show by saying that you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/manifest. Terms, conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. When you think about companies with healthy sales like Aloe or Gymshark, maybe Magic Spoon, even Skims, sure, you think about the great product that they have and an attractive brand and the marketing. That all lifts a very heavy load. But an often overlooked secret is actually the business behind the business making selling. And for shoppers, this would be the buying. And they need something that makes this all simple. And what is the secret to this? That business and secret is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not so secret, the Shop Pay, and that boosts conversions up to 50%. This means that way less carts go abandoned and way more sales go. Upgrade your business and get the exact same checkout as Aloe, Gymshark, Magic Spoon, Skims, and honestly so many other giant brands that I know you guys have all shopped at before. Sign up with your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Just go to shopify.com/manifest to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/manifest. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I'm your host, Tori DeSimone. If you guys are watching on video, then we are cozy today. We are in my living room, and this makes me really happy. And that goes right along with today's episode of things that make me happy. Honestly, this whole week and half of last week too, I was just so down for, I think it was because of the weather. And today, as I'm recording this, I'm looking out at a beautiful sky. The sun is going to set soon, and I'll be able to watch a beautiful sunset in front of me as I'm recording this podcast. But I really do think the weather has a big impact on my mood, and it's just been really gloomy here. I mean, I'm very thankful to only have gloom, and my hearts go out to everyone affected by the hurricane last week. Where I am in Philly, we're very, 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 very lucky that we didn't get any of it. And we've just had a lot of gloom and very light rain, but just no sun for the past 10 days. And that's really just, I feel like, gotten me down. And today, for the first time in over a week, the sun finally came out. And it's like that Kylie Jenner clip where it's like, I feel like I'm getting my personality back. Yeah, baby, that's exactly how I feel. So I left yoga today, and as soon as I walked outside, the sun was shining, and I was like, oh my God, I just feel so much happier, and I feel good. I came home. I got Chick-fil-A, which I'm so excited about. Everyone knows Chick-fil-A is just the ice at Chick-fil-A is so good, even though it all melted in my drink. I got half and half iced tea, half lemonade, non-sweetened iced tea. And it's just so freaking good. So I got Chick-fil-A, and then I took an everything shower. I blew out my hair. This is with the shark. If you guys are watching on video, this is with the shark. And I fear I may have killed it. Okay. Kind of slay. No, I feel like I really did kind of slay. But the funny part of all of this is that I am just wearing my pajamas because it's a Thursday night. What else am I going to do with a full beat and a full blowout other than watch Nobody Wants This on Netflix as soon as I'm done, which I started last night, and it's so cute. There are so many good Netflix shows on right now. But anyway, all of this to say that I was just feeling a little bit down. And then today on my way home from yoga, I felt so good after yoga. The sun was shining, and I was just thinking of things that make me really happy. I was on my way to go get Chick-fil-A, and I was like, I feel so happy right now. And there are a lot of little moments in life that make me feel really happy. And I just wanted to share them because I'm that's just the phase of life that I'm in this week. And I feel like that's the thing with a weekly podcast like this is like there are some weeks where I'm so motivated and I want to share that motivation with you guys and I want to talk about it and I want to inspire others. And then there are other weeks where I really just want to talk about products and routines and like what makeup tools or makeup products or hair tools I'm loving and stuff like that. And then there's other weeks where I kind of have weeks like this where I'm just feeling a little blah and I don't have it in me to like be motivating because I myself don't feel motivated. And I just want to chat it up with you guys and talk about things that make me happy. And like this is one of those weeks where I just wanted to talk about things that make me happy. And I hope this episode just starts your week on a positive note, if nothing else. And I think it's nice to make these lists and remember moments when you are sad, like, okay, I have a list of things that I know make me really happy, and maybe I can go do one of them right now and just feel happier in the moment. So when you are feeling happy, I encourage you to make a list like this, revisit it at times that you're not maybe feeling so happy. And then when you are happy, like how I'm feeling now, it's nice to really appreciate it and like bask in it and live in it, you know, and just soak it up and be like, this is awesome because it feels really awesome right now. So anyway, let's get into my list of things that make me really happy and I'm excited to share them with you guys. So the first thing is the sunshine. Just feel like I'm very affected by the weather. And when the sun is shining, I just have noticed that I just feel so happy. And it does help to remember that even when it's all cloud and you can't see any sun, that just above the clouds, the sun is always shining. I hate flying, but I love flying for the reason that whenever it is really gloomy on the ground and as soon as you get through the clouds, it's nothing but sun. That's always such an incredible reminder. And I feel like pilots are so lucky to always be flying with the sun. And that's beautiful. If only I could remember that when I'm flying, because I really do have a fear of flying, working on it. But anyway, the sunshine really does make me so happy. Morning walks with the sunshine, like just whenever the sun is out, I'm happy and I just love it. Like even now, even though it's 5:30 as I'm recording this and the sun is like beginning to set already, which is so wild. It's always just my favorite thing when the sun's out. So even when like I wake up and I see the sun, I just open up all my blinds and I just feel so good. I feel so happy. Okay, next thing, having my windows open and my slider door open. I love getting fresh air in my apartment. And I'm really lucky that I have a balcony that has a sliding door on it and has a screen door, so I can always have that open. I love sleeping with my windows open, with my slider door open. I especially love sleeping with my windows open down at the beach because I can hear the ocean all night when I sleep, and it's just the best. And I hear the seagulls, and just the sound of the beach is so incredible. It makes me want to drive down to the beach right now. It's just so wonderful and so incredible. And I just love having fresh air in my apartment whenever I can. I know there's a phrase, I heard this on TikTok, so who knows if it's true or not, but I think there's a phrase in Italy, and I obviously won't be able to say it in Italian, but it's something of like turning the air. So every morning when I wake up, I open up all the windows and I just try to turn the air. And I just like to make sure everything is, fresh and new air and recirculating. I just love it. So any chance that I have for the windows to be open, they are always open, and it makes me really happy. Next is walking to get a coffee in the morning, or even just getting a coffee at any time. I'm really lucky that I'm able to walk to a few incredible coffee shops in my area. So I'm always happy to walk, whether I'm at the shore or I'm at home in my apartment. I can always walk to go get a coffee. But there's also something about going to a drive-through to get a coffee. So don't feel like if you're listening to this and you're like, oh, maybe I want to do that, but I can't walk to a coffee shop. Honestly, just going through a drive-through is really fun and really exciting too. Going to a local coffee shop, parking, getting out of your car, going into the shop. Anything about the ritual of getting a coffee is really, 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 really fun. And I enjoy it so much. Lately, I love the fall coffee flavors. So I don't really have like a go-to coffee order right now. Typically, when I go get coffee out, it's iced coffee with vanilla and half. But now, whenever I go to a coffee shop, I just see like if they have a flavor of the week or if they have like a special latte. And if it sounds good, that's typically what I will order. But it's just really fun to go get a coffee. I don't do it every day. I definitely make it a treat, but I'm already looking forward to doing it tomorrow morning because tomorrow's Friday and it seems like a Friday thing. So just the whole getting up, putting my AirPods in, walking to get a coffee. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I also have a playlist on Spotify called No, I Am the Main Character. And you guys keep asking me to make it public, and I kind of want to keep it private for a little bit. I will eventually make it public one day, but these are just songs that make me feel like the main character of my life. And it's like pussy popping songs is like honestly probably the best way to put it. There's one that's like not too pussy popping, but like all the others really are. I mean, I can read it to you right now. The reason I'm bringing up this playlist in the first place is because I will listen to this while I go walk to get my coffee and I feel invincible. And not a lot, some of these songs also came off of this other playlist that I talked about a few episodes ago. It's called Cunty Songs, 2000s See You Next Tuesday Why Girl Boss Vibes. And it's so like, it's perfectly titled. And it's so awesome. And I actually couldn't love that playlist more. I play it in the gym. I play it when I go get a coffee. But from that, I've pulled a few songs and I've also curated my own I Am the Main Character playlist. And I think there's 9 songs on it. Let me read you them. The first one is My Kink is Karma. Next is The Bolter. I guess I'll say also by who. Okay, My Kink is Karma, Chapel Roan. The Bolter, Taylor Swift. How Honest Do You Want Me to Be, Ingrid Andress. Bedchem, Sabrina Carpenter. Buttons, the Pussycat Dolls, which literally, what do they put in that song that makes it so addicting? Hard by Rihanna and Jeezy. Unholy by Sam Smith and Kim Petras. And by the way, I was in New York this past weekend and I saw Sam Smith, so that was pretty cool. Bedrock by Young Money and Lloyd. And I feel like that's the one that's like not pussy popping, but it does make me feel like the main character. I think it's because I could sing every single word of that song. Next, it is Turn You On by Paris Hilton. This song is so good. Turn You On by Paris Hilton, like, I'm like hearing it in my head right now and I'm just like, I live for it. Like, I live for it. If you want to strut on the treadmill, that's a song to turn on. Give Me More by Britney Spears. Now, I know I just said, like, what did they put in Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls makes it so addictive? What did Britney Spears put in Give Me More that actually turns me feral? Like, I don't know what it is. Give Me More by Britney Spears is without a doubt the best song to ever be written in the history of life. It's so good. And every single time I hear it, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's so good. I'm obsessed. And lastly is I'll Do It by Heidi Montag. I don't know. So good. So good. And just so like, oh my God, it's so good. This playlist is a work in progress, meaning whenever I hear a song that hits differently, it gets added to this playlist. So there are some songs like Rose Colored Lenses by Miley Cyrus that I adore, but it's not on this playlist just because it doesn't make me feel like the main character all the time. You have to, like, when you turn on one of these songs, like, the world does revolve around me. And it's only when I play these 9 songs. So that feels special to me. So when I get that feeling is when I add it to this playlist. And this playlist to me is very sacred at the moment. But anyway, when I go to get a coffee, most of the time I'm listening to this playlist, and just know, like, I do think I'm the most important person in the world when I'm listening to this playlist. I'm so sorry if you come in contact with me during it. I'm probably really annoying. No, I'm just kidding. But I do love this playlist and it's a work in progress. And I hope the next time I talk about it, I have added other songs to it. But it's not something that like I can sit down and curate. Like it happens naturally. That's why some are really like out there. Like How Honest Do You Want Me to Be and Bedrock couldn't be more different of songs, yet they're on the same playlist for the same reason. You know what I mean? So you take what you can get. Okay, next up, calling my mom. I love calling my mom. It makes me so happy. That's a big reason why we have a podcast, Let Me Call My Mom. But calling my mom makes me so happy. And, okay. Oh my God, I hate talking about this. Okay, knock on wood. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. I know how lucky I am to have both my parents, and I know how lucky I am to have such an amazing relationship with both of my parents. So every single time that I have the opportunity or option to call my mom, I always do it because I know there's going to be one day, I'm hoping in like 100 years, where I won't have that option. So the fact that I have it now, I just love calling my mom, and I also love calling my dad, but normally my dad doesn't pick up. So I'll call my mom to then say, can you put dad on the phone? My dad says that like his phone doesn't ring. I just think he's a dad. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just love the relationship I have with my parents, and I know how lucky I am. So anytime I get to call my mom, it just makes me really, really happy. And we just chit chat, whether it's like the other day, my smoke alarm wouldn't stop going off. So I literally called my mom just to be like, how the F do I turn this thing off? I just had to actually replace the battery and I was doing it the wrong way, but I figured it out. And I'm really proud of myself for that, by the way. And yeah, I just love calling my mom. It makes me really happy. So whether it's like just to complain about the smoke alarm chirping, or whether it's I have a question, or whether it's just like, what are you doing? I'm really lucky and it makes me really happy. Along with that, I love going over to my parents on a Sunday night for Sunday dinner. My dad is Italian and my mom is Italian by proxy, by marriage, I guess. And because of that, like Sunday dinners are a thing. And I love going over for dinner on Sundays. My dad has been in a huge kick where he makes homemade pasta. And lately his specialty has been gnocchi, and it's incredible every single time. So like, I love when he makes homemade gnocchi. He also is like in a big smoking meat phase. Like he loves like making ribs and stuff like that and smoking them. So anytime I go over on Sunday, it's just the best dinner ever. But now it's even better because we have football and then the holidays are coming up. Like I just love October, November, December, and going over for Sunday dinner, especially in the winter months, like these next 3 months, yes, but even January, February, and March, it just gives me something to do. And it makes me really happy to see them. I get to see my mom, my dad, I get to see Frankie, he's a dog. And yeah, I just love going over there. It's just like good vibes. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't actually to search at all. So don't search, match with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your hiring and matching platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. So ditch the busy work and use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so that you can connect with candidates faster. Indeed doesn't help you just hire faster. 93% of employers agree that Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, which is according to a recent Indeed survey. I love using Indeed for finding employees that I need for either a specific project or long term. It's really great because I can put out exactly what it is that I'm looking for, and then the quality candidates get matched instantly to me. It makes my life so much easier. And then from there, I can schedule interviews and either go through with the hiring process or not. It's just wonderful. Leveraging over 140 million qualifications and preferences every day, Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences. So the more that you use Indeed, the better it gets. Join more than 3.5 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Listeners of the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/manifest. Just go to Indeed.com/manifest right now and support our show by saying that you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/manifest. Terms, conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. When you think about companies with healthy sales like Aloe or Gymshark, maybe Magic Spoon, even Skims, sure, you think about the great product that they have and an attractive brand and the marketing, that all lifts a very heavy load. But an often overlooked secret is actually the business behind the business making selling. And for shoppers, this would be the buying. And they need something that makes this all simple. And what is the secret to this? That business and secret is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not so secret, the Shop Pay, and that boosts conversions up to 50%. This means that way less carts go abandoned and way more sales go. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever and wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, whether that's on the web, in your store, in your feed, or anywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the exact same checkout as Aloe, Gymshark, Magic Spoon, Skims, and honestly so many other giant brands that I know you guys have all shopped at before. Sign up with your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/manifest, all lowercase. Just go to shopify.com/manifest to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/manifest. It's nice. Okay, next up is finishing a book. I love the feeling of finishing a book. It makes me so happy. It makes me feel really accomplished. Whether I liked the book or not, I always just feel good when I finish a book. And I've really been off of my reading game this whole year, and which is so funny because my mom is the exact opposite. My mom reads, she averages a book a day, which is so crazy. But I've really been off my reading game this year. So anytime I get to finish a book, I do feel really accomplished. And even on audio, I used to always think like, oh, if you say you read a book and then you actually like listen to it on audio, like that's not you reading a book. But the other day I finished an audiobook and I was like, no, I read that book and I feel really accomplished. So the feeling is the same, whether it's an audiobook or a physical book or on a Kindle, whatever it is. I just feel really accomplished, really good, and really happy. And then to go along with that, perusing a bookstore for a new book makes me so happy. I go to Barnes and Noble. There's a local bookstore around me that I will go to a lot of the times. It's just been so fun. I want to get a library card and go to the library and get books out of the library. But I just love going to the bookstore and just looking around at all the titles and seeing all the books. I don't know, like obviously you guys know the vibes, but there's just something about it that's so fun and so inspiring. And it also reminds me of my childhood a little bit, which makes me really happy and nostalgic. So I just love going to the bookstore, looking for new books, shopping for new books, buying new books, coming home and beginning to read the new books. I just love it so much. Along with perusing a bookstore is makeup shopping. There are few things that I love as much as shopping for new makeup. And like no matter where I'm at in my stage of life, I don't think this will ever change. I have loved makeup shopping for as long as I can remember, whether it's at CVS, Target, Ulta, Sephora, a department store, it does not matter. Like the feeling is the same. Like the dopamine hits so much the same way. I love makeup shopping. It's really so fun for me. And I just feel incredible when I makeup shop. It's really fun to just look around at all the brands, see what's being released, see what products are out there, what I can add into my routine, if something would suit me better. I just love doing it. Lately, makeup has been getting really expensive, and also all these brands are coming out with incredible products, but like all around the same time, like right now in this moment of time, October of 2024, there's a ton of foundations coming out. I mean, I feel like there always are, but like Patrick Ta just came out with his foundation. Huda Beauty came out with her Blur foundation. Who else just came out with the foundation that I wanted to try? I think it was really Patrick Ta, but there's just a lot of new products always coming out, and I always, of course, want to try them all, but I'm being good and I'm not. This past summer was a lot of skin tints. Like I just got the Summer Friday skin tint and I really, really love it. That's what I'm wearing today. So it's just like fun just to like look around the makeup store, whether I buy something or not. Like just going and shopping and looking is so much fun. Whether I walk out with something or not really doesn't matter. I just enjoy the process of looking and being in the environment, and it's seriously so fun and so girly, and it just makes me really, really happy. The next thing, getting ready for a dinner and taking my time to get ready. I love when I give myself like 2 hours to get ready, just so I can be slow and in the moment and really like take my time, put on a podcast or put on a show in the background or put on TTPD in the background and just like listen to the music and listen to a podcast and just do my makeup and do my hair and wear a bathrobe and then pick out an outfit. Well, the outfit part honestly does stress me out, but I feel like I'm really kind of getting into a sense of style. So that's making me feel good. But I will say, like, just getting ready and being a girl and letting myself take my time is so much fun. And it's really fun knowing that I'm going to a dinner with a friend and maybe that dinner will last like an hour, maybe it'll last 4 hours. I love a long dinner and going from dinner to like, let's see where the night takes us. Like, do we want to go get a nightcap somewhere? Even though I don't drink, I'm always, along for the ride. I think a nightcap is fun. But it's just, I just love getting ready and taking my time, and it's so fun being a girl. Like it really is, like makeup shopping and like walking to get your coffee with your pussy pop and like music. Like it's just fun to be a girl. And I've said that my whole life. Like I love that I'm a girl. Like I've always loved being a girl and like loved being a girly girl and loved leaning into that side of things. Like I've just always enjoyed being a girl. And I have a good time even when I'm like on my period or whatever. Like I still enjoy it because it's fun. I always love just being girly girl. It's just fun. Okay. Next, leaving the hair salon after getting my hair done. This is a feeling that I love, and there have been times where I've left a hair salon and wanted to cry. Obviously, that is part of being a girl. That's probably the only time I don't like being a girl. But it's part of being a girl. You have to leave the hair salon and want to cry, whatever. But since I've been with my hair guy, Vin, I have never felt that way. And I've always just felt so beautiful and so incredible and so wonderful. The majority of the time I've left any hair chair, I've always felt really pretty and really awesome and really, really good. And that feeling alone makes me so happy. Like walking back to my car with either like waves, a fresh blowout, a fresh cut, a fresh color, whatever it is. And just like passing people on the street. I'm like, yeah. I did just get my hair done. Like there's something about that that so makes me so happy. And my mom is so funny because my mom's always like, every time I leave the hair salon, I look the worst I've ever looked. And every time you leave, you look incredible. Thank you, Mom. But I just love when I get my hair done and I can leave the hair salon and I just feel incredible. I just feel so happy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That also does make me think about like on my wedding day, I definitely want to get my hair done on my wedding day, but I don't think I want to get my makeup done because I find so much like therapy in doing my makeup, and no one knows my face like I do, and no one knows how I like my face to look more than me. So I think someone else doing my makeup on the day of my wedding would stress me out more than it would help. You know what I mean? So I do think I'm going to do my own makeup on my wedding day, whenever the hell that is. I guess I have to get a boyfriend first. Okay, next, baking cookies and then watching themed movies. Okay, here's what I mean by themed. I kind of mean holiday, but it can also go accordance with like the vibe, the mood of the time of year. So like obviously right now being October, it's going to be like spooky, like fun spooky. I'm talking like Hocus Pocus or Pretty Little Liars, which is not a movie, it's a series, but it's very like fall coded. Or like Practical Magic, like things like that. That's kind of what I mean for this time of year. I don't like scary movies, so like I won't be watching any of those. And then around, Thanksgiving, Christmas, always Christmas movies. And then in the winter, just like I don't know. I don't know. What do you watch in January? I have no idea. Just whatever is on, I guess. But then like around February, it's like the rom-coms, and in the summertime, me and the Stride girls always watch Twilight movies. So I love watching the Twilight saga in the summertime. So just like baking cookies, whether it's like the store-bought sugar cookies with the shapes on them. I call them shaped cookies, like whether you get like the shaped cookies or you make like homemade cookies. It's just like the process of turning on your oven, putting your cookies in the oven, and then putting them in, sitting down, queuing up a movie, getting them out, bringing a whole, like, it's just so wonderful. It makes me so happy. And I couldn't love it more. Side note, I'm looking out my window and I keep seeing what I'm hoping is like steam from a washer or dryer, but it's kind of like a lot, but I don't hear any fire trucks. So I hope all is good. Okay, moving on. The next thing that makes me happy, morning meditation and journal. This is so nice. So what I've been doing is I've been putting it out here on my couch so that I have a reason to like get out of bed. I've also been really, really good. You guys will be proud of me of not like doom scrolling. So I wake up, I don't go on social media. I come out on my couch and I will do a morning meditation. I love the Open Meditation app. It's so awesome. So I'll open up the morning meditation app and then I open up my Kindle and I go to the Journey to the Heart. It's a daily meditation book. I read that book's meditation and then I journal. Maybe it's about what came up in meditation. Maybe it was about the passage, or maybe I just will get thoughts out. But I find that I always wake up with a lot of anxiety, and it's really nice just to journal it out and get the thoughts out. And then typically once I like get them out, they're gone. Another thing that I will do in the morning to kind of like get my thoughts out is I'll voice memo a friend, which is another thing that makes me happy, which I guess I can tie into it now. Voice memoing my friends makes me really happy. So rather than like calling them and them adjusting to like my timeline of when I'm available to talk, I'll just voice memo them and then I send it out. If they want to respond, great. If not, they don't have to. But it's just like a fun way of me just being like, this is what I'm doing. Like, it's just like an audio daily vlog essentially. And it's so much fun. I do it a lot when I'm on walks or when I'm cooking or when I'm putting on my makeup or just like anything where I'm just kind of, walking around. And it's really, really nice because a lot of days when I don't have much interaction, like if I'm not going to the studio that day or I don't have plans to see anyone, which is most days, that's like the only time that I will actually open my mouth and speak. So it's really nice to like speak to someone, even if it's just a voice memo to my friends. It's really nice. And honestly, if I don't do that, there's a good chance that I won't open my mouth and speak to anyone that day, which is a crazy concept, but it is true. It's part of like living alone is you don't necessarily always talk to people all day, every day, which is crazy, but So I love voice memoing my friends. And anyway, that was tied into my morning meditation and journal. Going off of my morning meditation journal, what I do after that is I go for a walk. And my morning walks make me so happy. So on my morning walks, like I said, I will either get a coffee, I'll voice memo, I'll listen to an audiobook, I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll just like raw dog it and go off vibes. Like I won't listen to anything. I won't listen to my main character playlist. Like I will just be there, like me, my thoughts, and I, and that's it. And it's really nice. And it just depends on the day, honestly, but I love it. I wear my little ball of 1 pound weights on my ankles and I just go for a walk. I get my sunlight in and I love it. It's such a great way to start the day. I always feel really, really happy when I'm on the walk. And normally when I'm on it, I'm like, I just want to keep going and going and going. Normally it's like an hour and I just love it. You can meet up with friends on the walk if you want, but I just love a morning walk. It makes me feel really accomplished and it's a great way to get your circadian rhythm regulated, get sunlight in your eyes in the morning, get some steps in and get your heart rate up. It just feels so good. It makes me so happy. I love it so much. Okay, next up is walking into my apartment and smelling it. Okay, that sounds so weird when I say that out loud, but I have a gorgeous Nest diffuser, and I think it's in the scent plum harvest plum or something like that, plum harvest. Oh, I love it. Every single time I walk into my apartment, I smell it and it makes me so happy. I don't know. I just live for it. I'm like, this is so fun and smells so good. And I like thinking that when someone else walks into my apartment, which is literally only, I have had one friend, my friend Lauren came over, and my mom. That's it. So since I've had this diffuser, so since they have been over, they're the only two people that have smelled it. But it makes me think, like, when people do come over, this is what they will smell, and that alone makes me happy. And I also I like it for me too. That's what I'm like learning. Like, you have to do things for yourself. Like me, like giving myself a blowout, putting on makeup and sitting in my pajamas and like deodorant, perfume, like the whole 9 yards, like for 6 p.m. on a Thursday night when I'm not going anywhere. Like, it's not for anyone other than me, and it makes me just feel happy and feel good. And like, that's what it's about. It's just like doing things for yourself to make yourself feel good. And that makes me really happy. So smelling my apartment, and then along with that, a clean apartment. There is truly nothing better than walking into a clean apartment. So whether it's vacuuming the floors or doing a deep clean or unloading the dishwasher, like no matter what it is, even if it's just like organizing the pillows and blankets on my couch, it just makes me happy. And that alone is enough. And that I enjoy. And that is all that I need, a clean apartment. Okay. Next is having eucalyptus on my shower head, and or taking a shower pod. It's like, my mom got it for me, but it's like these little pods that you put on the bottom of your shower, and they like steam your shower as you take a shower, and it's so lovely. Like, it just feels and smells incredible. And it just totally elevates your whole shower experience and makes it just feel so like luxe and spa-like. And I love it. So I love having eucalyptus in my shower and then putting that little dissolvent thing on the floor of my shower. And then also, if you guys know me, you know that I love my shower lamp. It just makes me so happy. That stupid little lamp. I just love it so much. So I have a shower lamp that I put on, and like that's my only lighting in the shower. And seriously, you guys, it's like stupid how happy it makes me. I just love an ambient lighting, and like that, talk about ambient lighting, it's just gorgeous. So I love it so much, and I'll link it below because I just feel like everyone needs a shower lamp. It just makes me so happy. Oh, next up is matching pajamas. These are from Skims, so it's like a little, oh, could you hear me? I was like sitting so far away from the mic. It's like a little two-piece set, so it's just pants and then a top. And I used to not have, well, I have had this, and I have one other pair of matching pajamas. And seriously, you guys, like normally I just sleep in like a sweatshirt, sweatpants, socks, hood up, go to bed, good night. There is something about sleeping in matching pajamas that just makes you feel like you have your shit together. There's really something about it, and like I get why people do it. And mom, if you're watching for Christmas, Maddie, if you're listening, whatever, all I want are matching pajamas. I have a few other things on my list, but like it's pretty boring otherwise. But like matching pajamas, seriously, such a great gift. It just makes you feel like such a woman, so put together, so incredible, so amazing. I just feel wonderful, fantastic, and spectacular. And I feel like that's how everyone should feel all the time. And it's crazy that matching pajamas make me feel that way. I just feel so happy, and I love them so, so much. Okay, next up, this is topical because I did it today, going through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe it's just like the dopamine of anticipating getting the Chick-fil-A, but just like ordering the nuggets, ordering the fries, ordering the half and half, getting it, having a fry in the car. Like, there is something about it that's so exhilarating. I love Chick-fil-A. I love the food so much. It's just so delicious, and it's really great to just get Chick-fil-A. And I did it today, and literally on my way to get Chick-fil-A, I was like, I'm so happy. so happy. But I will say, like, going to get any food makes me really happy. Like the other day I got sushi takeout. That made me so happy. Like just being able to go get food and then bringing it back home, knowing that like I'm going to put on Love Island and watch TV as I eat my takeout is so luxurious and so incredible and like so womanly and so 26 and so I just love being happy. You know what I mean? So that makes me really happy. Next up, sunsets at the beach. Oh my God, I love this so much. Going to watch the sunset over the bay at the beach, incredible. If you could write the perfect sunset, this is how it goes. You get off the beach, you shower, you have dinner at home. There's something about, like, I know a lot of people when they vacation at the beach, they love going out to dinner. I totally get that. But there's something about getting off the beach, showering, and then staying home for dinner. And like normally my parents would make a delicious dinner like almost every night. So I'm very lucky for that. So having dinner. And then after dinner, you walk down to Sunset. You watch the sunset. Then you walk to go get ice cream. Okay. And then you walk back to the bay. And then you watch like the gorgeous aftermath of the sunset. That is pure happiness and like bliss. Oh my God. Like there's seriously nothing better than a beach sunset. I think half of my camera roll are sunset pictures. I just love it so much. It makes me so happy. And the best thing about the sunsets down the shore are that obviously they happen every day, but they're just so beautiful. And the fact that they're always over the water is just so incredible. I just love it so much. So they make me really, really happy. To go along with that, driving on the golf cart, listening to music in the mornings down the shore, or honestly any time of day, makes me so happy. There was one day this past summer in the morning, it was a Sunday morning, and it was like one of the few Sundays of the whole summer that I didn't go to the studio, and I went to go get a coffee, and then the vibes were just like so good, me and all the girls, and we were just driving around the island just like listening to Taylor Swift, singing it so loudly, and everyone that passed us was just like, they would sing with us, and like they were just being so happy. Like it was so fun. Like we were just having so much fun, and then seeing other people smile as we passed, just like singing like Cruel Summer like so loud. Like it was just so fun. It was just so happy. But then also like I just have some of the best memories ever, just like driving on the golf cart, playing music, going to wherever we're going, whether it's like a bar, a happy hour, to the studio, to dinner, to like mini golf, like whatever it is. Like it's just so much fun. And then I remember one night my friend Lindsay and I were coming home from a bar, and it was like maybe 11:30, so it was like kind of late. And the island was pretty quiet, and especially where I live on the island, it's definitely on a more quiet part of the island. Like it's not like near the bars or anything. So when I was driving home on the golf cart, we were like blasting our music. I think it was like pretty soon after TTPD came out. So we were like I think it was like But Daddy I Love Him, and The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, and just like those kind of songs. And we're just like screaming them. And then we pull into my house and we turn it off, and we realize like how dead quiet like the island is. And we're thinking about like when we're driving past these streets, like, you know, that audio where it's like some sort of like Latina music playing, and it's like quiet, and then it gets louder, and then it gets quiet again, where it's like or whatever. That was literally us, and we were just cracking up like, oh my God, people probably think we're having like a crazy moment because we're just like screaming Taylor Swift on the golf cart at like 11:30 at night. Like just so much fun. It just makes me so happy. Just love that little golf cart. It seriously is like the light of my life. Like you can ask any of my friends down the shore. Like it's literally my personality, and I'm always like, oh, I'll cart us, I'll drive us, I'll whatever. Like I just love that little thing. So it just makes me really, really happy, which reminds me, I have to winterize it, which let me text my family. Remind me to winterize golf cart. Okay, moving on. The next thing that makes me happy, a Saturday with no plans and tons of possibilities. I love going out for a coffee on Saturday, knowing I have no plans, and then just being like, what do I want to do today? I can do anything that I want to do today. That is so much fun. And I haven't had one of those days in quite a while. And this Saturday is like one of the first days that I have that. And I'm really looking forward to it. I do have some plans. Like I have a few things in the morning and or in the early afternoon. But after that, the rest of my day is like totally free. And it's just like, what do I want to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's fun. That's cool. Like, what am I going to get into? Maybe nothing, but like the open possibility is really, really nice. And I also kind of get the same feeling of like a football Sunday of like going down to tailgate or there's like this really big sports bar. It's called Xfinity, which I'm pretty sure it's because like Xfinity, like the, like Comcast Xfinity, like financed it. I don't know. It's called Xfinity though. And just like going down and like getting ready to go down to Xfinity on a Sunday for football or something like that. Like it's just so much fun. And like that happiness, it's like the anticipation of it. Like, cause once I get down there, it's like really not that fun. Like, you know, sitting in the traffic, like going down to Philly and then like getting into Xfinity Live and then like it's just like that's really not the fun part. Like the fun part is like the anticipation of it, like getting ready for it and then going down and like getting a coffee the morning of and like knowing you can get a cheese stick when you get down there, like a piece of pizza or just like watch people like ride the bull. Just like the PBR is a bar that's in Xfinity Live and like they have bull riding and I've never ridden the bull. I don't think I ever will ride the bull, but it's fun to watch others ride the bull. So like something like that is fun. Just like that stuff just makes me really happy. And it's like the anticipation of like what could today be is really, really fun. And that makes me really, really happy. Okay, moving on. Leaving the nail salon with fresh nails. Now, I don't like getting my nails done because I hate the drill. I hate when it's brought out. I hate when it's used. I get really anxious. But when it's done, I'm always so happy because I just always, for the most part, love how my nails look. There's always, of course, been times where I leave and I don't love how my nails look, but then I remember it's only 2 weeks and then the problem will be fixed and it's really not a big deal. But I love walking out with getting my nails done and it just feels good. And I just enjoy it. There was like a time like during COVID and a little after when I didn't get my nails done and people still ask like, do you do your own nails still? And I'm like, no, that was, you know, from 2020 to like 2022. But now I'm back on the trend of getting my nails done and it feels good. I know what I like. I stick to what I like. I like neutral. I don't like tons of funky designs and I feel good with that. The next thing is retail therapy. It does make me happy, unfortunately. Even if I don't buy anything, window shopping, looking, like that whole experience just makes me so happy. My mom and I were shopping in Cape May a few weekends ago, and the whole time I was just like, I'm having so much fun. And I did. I had such a great time. I had such a blast, and it really was just so much fun. And I love doing it, and I can't wait to do it again, whenever that is. And then lastly, the last thing that I wrote down that makes me happy, amongst tons of other things, but I was kind of running out of ideas and I'm also kind of losing my steam of talking. That happens. Like as soon as I hit like 35 minutes, my stamina kind of goes down a little bit when it comes to talking. So the last one is outdoor showers. I love taking an outdoor shower. It makes me so happy just to like be outside showering is so happy for me. I don't know what about it. Like I just love it. I live for it. I just thrive in it. It's just so much fun and I couldn't love it more. And I'm just really grateful that I get to do it. So those are a bunch of things that make me happy. I would love to know what makes you guys happy. And I hope if anything else, this episode just made you guys a little happier today as we go into a new week. I wish you guys the best week ever. Happy Manifest Monday. I love you guys. Be sure to rate the show 5 stars, share it with a friend, subscribe, follow along. And yeah, I will talk to you guys all next week. Bye guys.